What's up guys? Welcome back to One More Goal FC. Today we're talking about something every footballer loves, how to win when you're the underdog. You know the feeling, you show up on game day and the other team looks like they just walked out of an academy. They're taller, faster, their warm-up looks professional and you're thinking, man, how are we supposed to beat these guys? But here's the thing, in football, the game doesn't care about reputation. The pitch doesn't care what boots you're wearing. The ball doesn't care how many Instagram followers the other striker has. With the right tactics, discipline and mentality, any team, yes, even your team, can pull off an upset. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to do it. The formations, the defensive tricks, the counterattacks, the set pieces, and the mindset that turns underdogs into giant killers. Step 1. Believe before anyone else does. Let's start with the most important step. When most players see a bigger, stronger opponent, they lose the game before the whistle even blows. They convince themselves, we can't beat them. And once that thought gets into your head, it shows in your body language, in your touches, in the way you defend. Here's the truth. If you don't believe, no tactic will save you. Think about Leicester City in 2016. They were 5,000 to 1, outsiders to win the Premier League. That's basically the bookies saying, you have no chance. But week after week, they showed up believing they could beat anyone. Jamie Vardy and Riyad Mahrez weren't scared of Arsenal or Manchester United. They went toe to toe, and because they believed, they played with freedom and confidence. So before the match even starts, ask yourself, do you believe you can compete? Because belief isn't just a mindset, it changes how you play. Believing makes you press harder, chase lost balls, take that shot instead of hesitating. And all of that matters when you're the underdog. Okay, belief is step 1. Now let's talk tactics. If you're the underdog, you can't just play free-flowing, open football. That's exactly what the stronger team wants. You'll leave space everywhere and they'll punish you. Instead, you need a shape that's compact, simple, and disciplined. Two of the best options are 4-4-2, flat or diamond. This is perfect for defending as a unit. 2 banks of 4, close together, forcing the opponent wide. Leicester used this brilliantly in 2016. 4-5-1. Even more defensive, but great when the opponent has a strong midfield. You clog up the centre, protect your defence, and make it hard for them to find space between the lines. Here's a tip. When you set up, don't think of your formation as just numbers. Think of it as a block of players moving together. That's what makes the difference. Step 3. Stay compact between the lines. This is where most young teams fall apart. When you're defending, your midfielders push too high, or your defenders sit too deep, and suddenly there's this massive gap in the middle. And guess what? That's where good teams destroy you, in the space between your midfield and defence. So here's the rule, stay compact. The distance between your defence and midfield should never be more than 10 to 15 metres. If the ball goes forward, your midfield drops back. If the ball comes back, your defence steps up. Think of it like an accordion. Your whole team squeezes together, then moves as one. Watch Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone. They're masters at this. No matter who they play, their lines are tight and compact. That's why they've beaten giants like Barcelona and Real Madrid over the years, even without having the same star power. Step 4. Press smart, not wild. Now, pressing. Young players love to press because it looks like hard work, but pressing the wrong way kills underdog teams. If one player sprints at the ball while the rest of the team sits back, you'll just get passed around like cones. Instead, you need to press smart. Use pressing triggers. When the opponent plays a slow or bad pass, when the ball goes to their weakest player, when the ball goes wide and you can trap them against the sideline. And here's the key, you press as a unit. One goes, everyone goes. If you're not pressing together, don't press at all. This way, you're not wasting energy. You're pressing when the chance of winning the ball is high. Step 5. Counterattack with purpose. This is the weapon of the underdog. The stronger team will push forward, load players into your half, and leave space behind. That's your chance, but you can't just lump the ball forward and hope. You need a plan. Here's the 3-step formula for a great counterattack. Win the ball. First touch must be clean. Don't panic. Play forward quickly. 1 or 2 touches max. No slow sideways passes. Use your pace. Send your fastest players into space on the wings or behind the defence. In training, you can drill this with a simple game. Defend a 6v5 in your half, and when you win the ball, you've got 5 seconds to score on the counter. This teaches speed, accuracy, and the habit of breaking quickly. Iceland did this to England in Euro 2016. England had all the ball, but Iceland punished them with direct sharp counters and pulled off one of the biggest shocks in modern football. Step 6. Set pieces, win games. This one's huge. As the underdog, you might only get a handful of chances in open play, but set pieces, corners, free kicks, long throw-ins, those are golden opportunities. Here's what to do. Pick 1 or 2 corner routines and drill them until they're automatic. Example, near post flick to the back post runner. Have your best free kick taker practice 20 shots after every session. Consistency wins games. Use screens and movement. Don't just stand in the box. Block defenders, drag them away, create space for your best header. Remember Greece at Euro 2004. Nearly all their big goals came from set pieces. They weren't the most technical side, but they were deadly in those moments. So if you're the underdog, set pieces are not optional, they're your main weapon. Step 7. Control the tempo. This is where you frustrate the stronger team. When they want rhythm, you break it. Take your time on throw-ins, slow down goal kicks, commit smart fouls in midfield to stop counters. Nothing dirty, but enough to break their flow. And then, when you win the ball and see space, you flip the switch. Go fast, pass quickly, attack with speed. This change in tempo drives stronger teams crazy. They can't get into their rhythm, and you dictate the pace. Step 8. Exploit their weak links. Even the best teams have weak spots. Maybe their centre-backs are slow. Maybe their full-backs push too high. Maybe their keeper struggles with crosses. Your job is to find it and hammer it. If their right-back is weak, run your fastest winger at him all game. If their centre-backs hate long balls, play direct. If their keeper fumbles under pressure, crowd him on corners. You don't need to beat the whole team. You just need to break one part of their system, and it opens doors for you. Step 9. Mentality, the secret weapon. This is the difference between a team that collapses and a team that shocks everyone. Bigger teams often start overconfident. They expect an easy game. When you fight for every ball, when you refuse to go away, they get frustrated. That's when mistakes happen. Chelsea versus Barcelona in 2012 is the perfect example. Barcelona had Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, one of the best teams ever. Chelsea barely had the ball, but they defended like their lives depended on it. They stayed focused, fought until the end, and pulled off one of the greatest underdog wins in history. That's mentality, and it matters more than anything. Quick pre-game checklist for underdogs. Before kickoff, make sure you've got these locked in. Formation decided and every player knows their role. Counter-attack plan. Who's the outlet? Who's the runner? Who supports? Set piece routines. At least 2 corner plays. 1 free kick idea. Pressing triggers agreed. When do we press? When do we drop? Mentality. Remind everyone the upset is possible. Final word. So here's the truth. Pulling off an upset isn't about luck. It's about tactics, discipline, and belief. You stay compact. You press smart. You counter with purpose. You dominate set pieces. you control the tempo, you exploit their weak spots, and you keep your mentality strong for 90 minutes. Do these things, and your team has a real chance to shock the favourites, because football isn't always about who has the most talent. It's about who's prepared, who's disciplined, and who wants it more on the day. Thanks for watching One More Goal FC. Drop a comment with the biggest upset you've ever been part of. I want to hear your stories. And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got more breakdowns and training tips coming your way. Until next time, keep training, keep believing, and never stop chasing that one more goal.